Back in 2024 I dug through a huge pile of random demos during the Steam's Next Fest, only to find one precious gem, a horror game about a guy playing a video game. This is Among Ashes.
Oh, good evening, officers.
Miss Green, please, you need to tell me what's going on.
I can undo my mistakes. I can bring them back.
Among Ashes is a video game developed by Radcliffe Games and released in 2024. It's a first-person survival horror that stands out from the crowd thanks to its narration that's based on a quite unique idea. Something that really got me hooked on this game was the idea of you controlling a character that plays a video game. A video game that slowly slips into the reality, affecting it more and more until the line between what's real and what's virtual is so blurry that you can no longer see it. Luckily, this game doesn't treat this wonderful idea as just a gimmick. This creative concept is persistent throughout the whole game, and it is what drives the narrative from the start to the end. The world building here is so well done that there are many moments when I would just forget that I'm actually playing two games at the same time. The Night Call, which is the game that the main character is playing, is so engaging that when suddenly you are thrown out of it, back to the reality, you feel confused, out of place, and you need a moment to get a grip of what the heck is going on here. There's even a moment in the game where you're playing a video game within a video game within a video game, and all of that while you are playing a video game in real life. This shit is even more meta than Mark Zuckerberg himself. The game really takes advantage of this form of narration and uses it to create the horror.
Maybe it's the storm.
I didn't hear you come in, officers.
My favorite aspect of Among Ashes is how it creates the horror. It doesn't rely on jump scares, instead it creates the unsettling atmosphere with its visuals and sound design. The locations in the game are eerie, the enemies are disturbing, and the constant jumping between the two worlds, the game and the real life, keeps you on edge because you never know what to expect. Did the weird noise I've just heard come from the game, or did something happen in the house of the main characters, and you have to stand up from the computer to investigate it. All of this creates this situation where none of the realities here is really safe. And the more you play, the more the game affects the real world. The spooks from the video game slowly crawl into the reality. As you learn more bits of information about the Night Call game, you discover more creepy details about the behind-the-scenes stuff. With time, this harmless horror game turns into a disturbing deep dive into the painful past of its creator. Let's put the story and the meta stuff aside and talk about the sole gameplay. Among Ashes is basically a two-pack of games. The first one is pretty much a walking simulator. This is the part of the game that takes place in the, let's say, the real world. You play as a random guy who begins playing a video game sent to him by his friend Mark. This is the part of gameplay where my favorite spooks happen, by the way. They are often subtle and easy to miss, but when you do see them, they really send the shivers down your spine. The second part of Among Ashes is what happens on the computer screen. of the main character. Mainly it's the game Nightcall.
Crime
I
doesn't
love
range
the
the
homage
caliber, Amy.
to the old school survivor horror games. All the classic stuff is here. Junky inventory system, puzzles, nice combat system, and all our favorite horror games locations like the spooky manor, the cemetery, and all the other silly things.
Have a look around, if you like. But you won't find anything out of the ordinary, I assure you.
The story in the Nightcall is quite cool as well. You play as a police officer investigating a creepy manor of a scientist that wants to eliminate the problem of death by using magical seeds of a wonderful tree of life. I know, that escalated quickly. Remember, however, that the characters of Among Ashes are aware that Nightcall is a game, which creates a lot of word-breaking, confusion-inducing meta-narration moments. Sometimes you stumble upon a bug that you and your friend have to solve by digging through internet forums. Sometimes you find an object in one reality that can be used in the other one. It's often mind-blowing, but, mind-blowing in a very nice way. It's not often that I play a game that's so perfect in so many aspects. I honestly feel weird praising this game so much, because I'm afraid that it might just sound disingenuine. But seriously, Among Ashes is such a good game, I had so much fun playing it, and every time I took a break from it, because, even pro gamers go to sleep sometimes, I couldn't wait to play it again. It is nicely priced, it gives you a fair gameplay time. In other words, turn this video off and buy the game. Or better yet, do what I did and check out the free demo that's available on Steam first. Oh, and don't forget to have your lights off and light up some spooky candles instead, because that's the only right way to play a horror game.
Yes, say, maybe you and I could play a different type of role-playing game, You can be the tough copper, and I can be the sexy maid who's been a very naughty girl,
I should get going.